So another class of special functions are the so-called piecewise-defined function or conditional functions. So what are these functions? So a conditional function or piecewise-defined function is a function that takes different values, different function values over different portions or subdivisions of its domain. Okay. So suppose may gusto kong i-define a function such that if x is less than or equal to 1, gusto ko na yung value ng function ay 9 minus 5x. And if x is greater than 1, gusto ko na equal siya sa x squared minus 2x minus 1. So I'm going to write the function this way. So f of x is equal to, and then malaking brace. So 9 minus 5x. X is less than or equal to 1. And then x squared minus 2x minus 1 when x is greater than 1. So let's sketch the graph and find the domain of that function that we wrote. Okay. That's the same function here. Okay. So nagbabago yung function at x equals 1. Suppose x equals 1 is here. Okay. Now when x is equal to 1, ayan, f of x is equal to 9 minus 5x. And that's equal to 4. Yeah. So if x equals 1, y is equal to 4. So 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So ito siya. Now, itong point na to kasama siya dun sa function. Since hindi strict yung inequality natin. Okay. So when x is equal to 1, ito yung definition niya, 9 minus 5x. So straight line lang ito. All we need to do is get another point and then connect the 2 points. So, well, pinakamadali yung 0. If x is equal to 0, f of x is equal to 9. So let's plot 9. Okay, so x is 0, y is equal to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just extend our y-axis. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Medyo steep itong line natin. Okay. Now let me just connect those 2 points. Let me use the green color. So ito siya. Kulayan ko rin ng green itong point na to. And then, okay, and with an arrow, so it will extend infinitely towards that direction. Now, when x is greater than 1, it will be part of a parabola. Okay. So, parabola ito. Now, let's find the vertex of this parabola. Okay. So, the vertex is at, so vertex of the parabola is at negative b over 2a. Then f of negative b over 2a. And what is negative b over 2a? So b is equal to negative 2 and a is equal to 1. So we have negative of negative 2 divided by 2a, which is also 2. So this is actually equal to 1. And when x is equal to 1, on this parabola, when x is equal to 1, okay, actually I should not use f. Let me just name this as g. And because technically if I'm going to evaluate f at 1, then it should be equal to 4. Okay, but that's not the case here. We're using this expression x squared minus 2x minus 1 instead of 9 minus 5x. So g of 1, whatever the value of g of 1 is. So we have 1, and then g of 1 is 1 minus 2 minus 1. And that's negative 2. So, andito yung vertex ng parabola natin. So, 1, negative 2. Ayan. Now, the thing here is, itong vertex, hindi siya part nung mismong graph. Kasi, ito, yung inequality natin ay x is greater than 1. So, I'm just going to draw the vertex as a hollow circle to signify na hindi siya part ng graph. And in the first place, kung gagawin natin siyang part ng graph, hindi na to graph ng function because it will fail the vertical line test. Yeah. So let's keep that hollow. And then yung a natin, which is 1, is positive. So our parabola opens upward. So we just need one more point. Let's say x equals 2. Yeah. If x equals 2, f of x is equal to ito, 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 1. So that's 4 minus 4 minus 1. That's just equal to negative 1. So when x is equal to 2, y is equal to negative 1. So kung ito yung 2 and then ito yung negative 1, then you just connect the 2 points. Yeah. So ito yung portion ng parabola, ito naman yung portion ng line. This is now the graph of f of x. Now, what do you think is the domain? Well, yung function natin, define siya when x is less than 1 and when x is greater than 1. That covers all real numbers. So, domain of f is equal to r. What is the range? Okay. Usually, pag piecewise-defined function, malalaman mo lang talaga yung range kapag na-sketch mo na siya. It will be obvious when you sketch the graph. So, the smallest possible, well, we don't have a smallest possible value, but yung boundary natin sa baba ay negative 2. Okay. So, it will be the open interval from negative 2. So, hindi ako gumamit ng square bracket dahil hindi kasama yung negative 2. And then, pataas itong parabola, pataas din itong straight line. So, hanggang positive infinity. So, that's our range.